Oh my God. I had to come back in here. The suspect's dead. I swear to God. Man, here we go.
Also brings people together, and it gives us a sense that we together can get through this. But there is no question that there is an elevated level of fear. And, following this, I'm sure that there will be many more levels of fear and a need for increased security on many different levels. That will be both visible security and things that won't be visible to the naked eye, but things that we know about that will be instituted at, I'm guessing, many of the different institutions around.
Suspect in West Bloomfield synagogue attacked dead.
And people ask all
like I already said.
about, is it safe to
I told
show
you guys.
my identity outwardly? Can
I wouldn't even have to do another podcast because everything I said in the first one lives.
Some sort of necklace, or do I need to hide that? People have asked me.
They need to shut him up. They just that was breaking news. Why this guy is talking, they need to just stay. Okay, sorry, Rabbi, hold on a second. We have a breaking news. Jesus.
The high school one class on Jewish identity, and we discuss this all the time about, is it safe to show Jewish identity publicly, or is it something that we have to hide? And there's not one right answer, but this is going to definitely impact that and impact how people feel about publicly showing. For some people, it will make them want to show it more and say, I am proud of who I am, and you're not going to scare me. Mm-hmm. And there are other people who, understandably, are going to say, I'm not so sure. I'm very proud of who I am, but I need to be cautious, show out in the world. And both responses have to be validated.
Okay, breaking news.
Have to be respected, and I think that is going to be one of the key things going forward.
We've taken calls from one of your members and certainly a friend of Fox 2, Carolyn Krieger, who was in tears, just expressing just how many times people in the Jewish community have had to go through this. If you were to give words of encouragement right now to people who are disheartened by this.
I'm sorry, Rabbi.
Across the world, wrapping its arms around a community.
Find people to support you.
Community is coming together in large numbers, not only here in Metro Detroit, but across the world, wrapping its arms around a community that somebody who's been there for a little while now. And Camille, what are they telling you?
Yeah, we're talking to Beth Swiss, one of the first people here on the scene as far as civilians go. Beth, thank you for talking to us. I know you talked to didn't even come, and yeah, I always
no. I'm not going to talk. I'm not.
Just looking at this, and then you kind of go, when's the last time something like this happened? Mm-hmm. It was in Grand Blanc, September 28th, just down the road, a little north of here, when someone actually, Thomas Sanford, I believe was his name, he rammed his pickup truck into the church. And now you're seeing in this situation, I know a text that was given from the temple to all the members said, a car crashed into the building, police shot driver, not sure if he's dead. This is as per the temple sending to members. Car caught on fire, which is why fire trucks are there. And it just kind of reminds you of what happened with this perpetrator, this 40-year-old guy who also rammed his pickup truck. Mm-hmm. It's almost as though the same MO was used in this situation. Thankfully, in the Grand Blanc situation, you had 4 people who died. Right. In this situation, no one was hurt inside, which is good news.
We talked to former Assistant Chief Steve Dolan about exactly that, who said, is this a copycat situation? We talked about the policy here at Fox 2 not to give any notoriety to people who choose to create mass chaos in our communities. So we're certainly not doing that here, but you have to wonder just...
You don't have the power to give notoriety or take notoriety from somebody. If you report the news, you guys are so full of shit now. All of you. Fox News, CNN, CBS, ABC, all of y'all. You gotta report history. It is what it is. You don't decide how history is communicated to people so you can have your own biases to it. You just say what it is. You don't decide how degenerate your society is to glorify a sick suspect. You tell what's the name of the suspect? Who is he? Where did he come from? Give an analysis of you gotta report the person. You gotta report what was in their mind. Why did they do it? If you find it as a reporter, if you find that information out, it's not for you to decide how much information you're gonna give to the public. It's ridiculous. We got a shitty society. Sorry about my language, but this is ridiculous.
For the people in the Jewish community, this constant fear.
Okay, they ain't gonna say suspect dead because they've been talking for the last 10 to 20 minutes and they haven't even said the suspect is dead. It's on their screens, it's on their little notifications, that's on their little company computers and all that stuff. And they got so much stuff in their head what they want to say, their point of view. And this is not only Fox News, it's not only Marielle and oh God, I don't see him a lot because he's in the PM. Jesus, I'm sorry, man, because he's awesome. Starts with an R, I know.
Every time you get an alert like this and you see car into the building early when this was happening.
I'm sorry.
Before,
I can't remember this man's name.
Newsroom, we see smoke billowing from the building. We don't know if it's a fire. We don't know if there are kids still inside. There is a food pantry day that the synagogue does on Thursdays. That would have been today as well. While people were there, thankfully, we're not reporting any injuries, but this is something that people are having to think about. We have Scott Wolchek on the ground for us as well. Scott, what can you tell us?
Hey, you know what? This is pretty wild to see. It is a good thing to hear that this shooter is down and it appears that there's no injuries. The second that any of us heard that there's a nursery school there, I mean, your heart just drops down to another level. So we actually just saw maybe a couple.
The eyes of the nation, the eyes of the world are now on Michigan for what has happened in this synagogue in West Bloomfield.
Absolutely. Our own Roop Raj is standing by.
Roop Raj, okay. Roop Raj, that's his name. I'm so sorry, Roop. Okay, I'm going back to where the guy came in at.
So this could have been presence is
While people were there, thankfully, we're not reporting any injuries, but this is something that people are having to think about. We have Scott Wolchek on the ground for us as well. Scott, what can you tell us?
Hey, you know what? This is pretty wild to see. It is a good thing to hear that this shooter is down and it appears that there's no injuries. The second that any of us heard that there's a nursery school there, I mean, your heart just drops down to another level. So we actually just saw maybe a couple minutes ago a young mother walking out, you know, just holding a child so close to her. She did not want to do any type of interview or anything like that, but so much emotion on her face, and you can see this police presence is unlike many things that I have seen this year. I know that we're getting some reporting from our team saying per police source, one security guard was hit by the suspect's car, but their injuries are not life-threatening. The suspect barreling into this, into the temple, and in the process, obviously, people trying to stop him. It seems as though one security person was hurt. But Marielle, we should also point out it was a security person who exchanged fire or shot this person and was able to bring this person down as well. This job, if you're not a police officer and you're just running security, you're trying to make sure that the right people are coming in and out of the building. Right. You're looking out for everyday stuff that you look out for, but this is the kind of stuff that they train for, and clearly that training paid off for that security guard. That's one of the things we talked to former Assistant Chief Dolan about, is in this moment you have...
Okay, I don't want to hear Mario. I'm sorry. Roop is a good reporter. I gotta vet him even more. He's got a political show that it comes on at nighttime, and that will probably let me know how biased or subjective or he actually has objectivity to his process of journalism. But I've watched Mario every single day of my life, and Mario, I'm trapped. I gotta watch you every single moment. My girlfriend would not watch anything else. Okay, so I ain't fighting her on that. She can have certain things you just don't fight. You just give it to them, let them have it. That's theirs, and you got yours, and that's what it is. Okay, and one of those things I will not debate or fight my girlfriend about is Fox 2 News in the morning. I ain't doing it. Okay. We try to cut the cord, so I'm paying double the amount I need to pay because we not confident in her being able to get up in the morning and watch Mario Lou. Fox 2 News, okay? So look. I'm gonna stop. But look. Suspect's dead. No casualties except the suspect and the gunman of the synagogue in West Bloomfield and everything. And I came back in to do another episode. I know it's crazy. I know. I just want to be accurate about my reporting. Okay, guys. I know. Individual Perspective Podcast. Please like, subscribe. My microphone just dropped. Yep, it did. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. I'm gone.